To you once again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your sister, your friend, and your wife, Kafaya Lifestyle and Wisdom. It's been a while, man. Yeah, I think about a week or 2 weeks right now. Yeah, this morning I really want to say shout out to my Arsenal Gunners fans. We Gunners, we don't quit. We are not quitters. It's been 22 years since we won this league. Right now, all my family at UK are going crazy. Shout out to Mr. Martins. I miss you, bro. I could have been there. I wish I could be there. You know me now, your sister, the party popper. I could have, I was so happy. In fact, when Mr. P with the real gave me the news this morning, I was like, what? I need to talk about this. This is my spirit. That's the spirit, actually. In life is about journey. I saw a clip the other day and I posted it on my page. It talks about the curriculum of strategy in business, strategy in ways of life, strategy in how you move, strategy on how a child works. It talked about when a child wants to take the first step in life, the child first step is has to be crawling. From there, the child will fall, stand up again, fall. Sometimes go back to crawling, stand up again. This Arsenal winning the league after 22 good years gave me a particular spirit this morning. It gave me a challenge that in life you don't quit. A quitter is a loser. And there's one of my quotes that I wrote the other time. I said, walk the talk. As a true queen, as a true king, you don't give up. Sometimes a kingdom moves with so many challenges. We move with a lot of pushing hard. If Arsenal has given up on the Premier League, they would have won it. Do you know 22 good years of trying and error, and they stayed in position of the second for good 22 years in their own country, in England, right there at the heart of London. And they kept on doing it yearly, kept on going, believing that glory, that crown that belongs to them is going to come back. And it did. I love Arsenal because when I watch I'm not too much knowledgeable about football, but I just love Arsenal. I don't know why I love that team until I met my man. He's an Arsenal fan also. He's a gunner. If you talk about Arsenal anyhow for Mr. P with the real side there, he will fight you to the core. Arsenal really taught me something. What we call resilience, fighting, not quitting. The quitter is the loser. As a true queen, you continue to fight. It's not gonna be easy to stand up on your feet. You're gonna crawl, you're gonna stand, you're gonna fall, you try again and again and again. You can imagine trying again and again and again for years without quitting. That is the true strength. I really celebrate Arsenal on this. I celebrate. I'm not the type who come out to talk about football, but I think I need to do that because their story lifestyle, their winning, it gives me so kind of. Though I'm not a quitter actually, but it gives me to do more. It gives me the spirit of doing it more and making sure I do it better. One thing I come across a video. He said, like this, just like this mic. Shout out to the lovely soul who sent this mic to me. I'm saying hello to you, my beautiful soul. I really appreciate this mic. It's silent noise. When you have a good mic, that silent noise. I have the old one I'm using before. in my other videos, I had to go through the trouble of trying to control the voice, trying to control the noise. I can't even make a video like this without winding down. I'll be sweating profusely. I can't even make a video because the noise always, distracts me. But I choose one thing to block out the noise. When you're fighting, when you're moving towards your goal in life, you block out some noise. You focus. Arsenal blocked out the mockery of 22 years of their life. You can imagine people who holds the Premier League right there in London, and continuously other teams, other people will come and beat them in their country. And they were maintaining the second position for good 22 years. You can imagine that. But they don't quit. They don't, because of that, become frustrated or emotional about it and shutting down the game. This is exactly how business works, how individual lives works, how pushing forward, how walking the talks works. When you catch hell, you don't hold it. When you're going through hell in life, you don't stop. You push through. You go ahead. You go ahead. I'm so happy when I woke up this morning and because yesterday, I've been busy lately. So I just knocked it off. I don't even know when I slept off and when the game was on, because I normally watch it. But I couldn't do that yesterday. I was knocked out totally. But when I woke up, I was like, do you know that Arsenal, Mr. P would do like, do you know that Arsenal win the league? I was like, what? I screamed like a crazy woman. I was like, hey, where is my shirt? I'm going to wear it. Gunners for life. I'm going to wear this. And one thing about life, you don't quit. That's just the message. You don't quit. You crawl. You walk, blocking out the noise, focusing on your priority, setting mandates that are paramount for a good, positive result. If you know my lifestyle, my lifestyle is also a movie. I don't mind. A lot of people say I'm bringing family. I don't care. I'm comfortable in my skin. That's every experience. I used to tell somebody, I said, every experience I experienced in my life to get to where I am today is an experience that shaped me, mold me to be a woman I am. And today I can tell, if I see somebody going to a similar, situation, I can tell you, don't quit. There was one time in my life I was passing through hell. A hell that I felt as if I slip into depression without people around me noticing. I could remember, shout out once again to this beautiful soul who gave me a quote, who talked to me. Actually is my brother. I'm not using this as gaslight, but I'm using this to talk about, you need somebody. There's one of my quotes of wisdom that I posted one time. I said, some people need a person to know, bring them out, to ginger them. And some people need a whole village, a whole city to push them to their goal. That one person changed my life. When I was going through depression, I was down totally. I was even having suicidal thoughts. I attempted suicide almost 3 times because I think then it was over. I think then this is not what I signed for. I think then, and he noticed, out of all my siblings, he noticed I'm not okay. He noticed I'm not happy. He called me one day, said, sis, you are a lioness. This is not the Kafaya Laide that I know. I only took a year from you when we were in school, and I know what you are. You are intelligent, you're smart. I know who you are. You are never a quitter. This is not you. This situation will pass. Do you know one thing I want to tell you, sis? If the world is against you, that was the quote he gave me then you are against the world, sis. Find happiness. Look around you. Look at your children. He went ahead to give me an illustration of a colleague who traveled all the way to China because of infertility issues. And he told me, said, those ones, they have money. You don't have money now does not mean you are not going to have money tomorrow to take care of those kids. Because you lost a husband. Because life threw things at you that I was shocked. I was passing through shock. Traumatic experience. All those experiences shaped me to be the strong woman I am today. When I saw this winning on Arsenal, still motivate me on pushing it forward in life. Not quit. I'm not a quitter. My mom used to say something in Yoruba language. Permit me to speak my dialect. She said, Kafaya, ki ewu owu elepo setie, which means if I dip a cotton wool, a amount of cotton wool into a palm oil, it becomes mochi and soak, and I apply it into my eardrum, automatically that will block out a lot of noise, a lot of distraction. Only my mom said, focus. What's next? Okay, this happened, fine. Life throw this at you, fine. What's next? Get up. My brother said, if the world is against you, back your back against the world and fight them. Fight them like no other. If they hate you, let them hate you. Stand for who you are. And shout out to my pastor also, my spiritual father, Prophet Olatunbotun Tokunbo. He always said, like, nobody's gonna break you. Kafaya, nobody is gonna break you except you break yourself. Except you break yourself. Daily, oh, God bless the soul of my late sister. Daily, she sends me motivational quotes. And gradually, I was coming out of my shell. Gradually, I started focusing. Grab every opportunities. If Arsenal could have said, okay, what an insult in my own country, on my own field, my own league, you took the cup from me. I'm going to burn down like many of impatient people we have when we are running business. We fail in some careers. We shut it down. We don't even try to discover another tactics on how to make sure that career moves to another level. You become indispensable. How to work for you to become indispensable to others. Instead of you to focus on that agenda, you begin to focus on what is not right. You believe you are stuck. You believe you want to move without proper planning of the next step, without proper, mental balance that you need. Even though it's not bad for you to venture into another aspect of life. Everybody wants growth. I venture into social media, being a realtor. I have my own company, private company of real estate, o.la.links real estate and properties. I manage my own real estate company. I have other platforms on media that nobody knows at home. You understand? But as it is, I don't focus. I became better. It's not, but before I moved to another level in life, I was mentally okay, grounded, as in I have a good footing, a solid footing, a standing, understanding real estate better, making sure my company is not dispensable, so I become dependable. My company does not become dispensable to others. I become a solution of what I begin to give a services and products of what people really need. How to stand out in that field before venturing into media. And now I'm doing media. I become better. I'm not getting there right now, but I become better. Everything in life is persistency. If you lack persistency in whatever you are doing, you are about to fail. You become frustrated, and whatever you are doing, if you have a competitive lifestyle, you are also about to fail. As I used to say, permit me to read some of my writing. Because when you are into a lot of things and you have ideas, you write it down, you jot it down, because that idea might fly away. If you know me, I'm a sucker for books. I read a lot. I have a lot. Even when people tell me, how do I relax? I relax by reading to unwind after a stressful day. That is my personality. And I thank God for the man in my life who saw my reading as not something of, maybe I'm not giving him enough attention. He saw that my reading as an empowerment of knowledge. He encouraged me to do more. You know, when there was a day he stormed across one of my notepad where I wrote a lot of quotes of wisdom and was like, do you know that I've never read some of this, but this can make you to have a book on ebook. I was like, yes, I know about that on Amazon. You can sell it. You know, when you have a good person in your life, some people come into your life as a lesson, while some people come into your life as a blessing. And in whatever dimension anybody comes across you, no, either be it positive or negative, don't be bitter about it. Don't add emotions into so many things. Emotional wreck and unstable capability of emotion sometimes make us to make mistakes and rash decisions. So let me quickly read something that I want to talk about. I've moved away from Arsenal life. I'm now touching into the topic that has to do about dressing. Yeah, dressing. And I'm going to use this medium to appreciate this wonderful package that was delivered to me by La Vida. I promised her to give her a free advertisement. La Vida Tariff Clothing. Yes. Though I paid for this package, La Vida, but you are not paying for my free adverts that I'm giving your company, your brand. So as it is, this package came in, and I felt it's high time we address some certain things. If you know me as a as a consultant under real estate and a management investment person, I'll have to say I want to push into this topic because it is very, 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 very important. A lot of people in Africa, Nigeria here, we plan to fail. Yes, let me put it that way. We plan to fail. Why I said we plan to fail is because we sometimes, a lot of people live within their midst and end up being frustrated. Let me quickly do this. Please permit me to go into my notes because it's a lot I've written down. And I just want to read it according to how that inspiration came into my mind when I heard about Arsenal. My short blog. See, if you know me, you will know that I don't too much fancy expensive clothes or trending clothes in name of fashion. I'm an investor. I invest in finance, in a return of investment. I invest in a return of investment policy that benefits, that bring more return of investment. That's IOI benefits to me. Let me give you examples of investments that can help you not to be financially poor as a person. Number one, land. Yes, if you invest in a land, let me give you some kind of insights. You see, there's this location in Badagry, Ibereko, Aradabi, Musafejo, the front side. Back in the year 2000 to 2001, 2002, 2003, some of those land that are close to the expressway, that are very in a close proximity to the express lane, are just sold for 100,000, 150,000. Yes, you can imagine. Back in year 2000. Now, recently now, some of the commercial properties that you see in that location are the one that has a sea of old documentation on it. You can't get it less than 55 million. How many years again? We're talking about maybe 22, 23 years ago. And funny enough, the residential part of it, you get it around probably 90 million then. If I'm telling you right now, in this residential estates here at Ibereko, Mustafejo area, if you want to get a residential land, half plot right now is 8 million, 8.5. It depends on how dry the land is. Full plot of land in this location right now, the value of land, of property, of landed property is 15 million. If maybe probably the person just want to sell it off quickly, they sell it 14, 13, 12. That's the list you can see in this Badagry. All because of the new culture. You know, if you follow my other page, you will know where I said ride with me. I was showing you how the express of a way is right now, and I really want to comment on the APC when we are talking about the bad government. We should also talk about the infrastructures that are put in place for our comfortability. Out of the old governments that have ruled Nigeria, none of them did a good road to Badagry. And I'm not a politician. Don't come for me, please. I'm not into politics. In fact, I'm just trying to have a voter's card because of traveling purpose. You understand? Not because I really want to, because I don't vote. I can't suffer myself under the sun. But let's say what is good, and let's talk about what are bad. I'm not a person that I'm a very logical thinker. I don't only talk about what is bad without mentioning the aspects that are good. You see, APC, they did a lot of development here in Badagry. Yes, I must comment on that. We have security light now, we have a lot, but what they did not do good, let them give us prepaid meter. Yes, prepaid meter. We need prepaid meter in Badagry. Every house. Ibereko need prepaid meter. Agadagun, we need prepaid meter. There was one time that the Minister of Electricity, former ex-government of Governor of Lagos State, Fashola, talked about that any NEPA official that brings in a hand bill, we shouldn't collect it. But I don't know how valid that is, because here in my own place where I'm living right now, at Bereko here, they threaten us, bring in hand bills, exorbitant bill. Can you imagine a house bringing 15K every month? Sometimes 11,500, sometimes 12,500, and sometimes we might not have light for 2 weeks straight. We are having light issues. I can't even remember a day now. I've been buying fuel of 8K, and that 8K can't take me the next day because fuel in Nigeria is expensive. We are buying per liter per liter now is 1,350. I know it's not only in Nigeria, in other diaspora, it happens there too. Because the problem between Donald Trump and the Iran affects Nigeria and other countries. But one thing I want to ask is, where is the refinery that we have? We have this crude oil here in Nigeria. Why don't we learn to produce our own fuel? Because some certain sectors have decided that they have to export this fuel to go and refine it out of the country. Why is that? Can't Nigeria build refinery? The refinery that Dangote is building at what is happening to it? What is happening to the refinery that are under development for years? Well, let me not go into that topic right now, because that's another topic for another day. As I'm saying, you invest in land, house, gold. There was one time I was still having a shop at the market. People that knows me here in Badagry knows very well, at Agbalata market, the international market of Badagry. I usually deal with wholesale drinks. Back then, all my customers from Cotonou normally bring in their chain, this blade, we used to call it blade, very tiny, 12 carats, 8 carats. Then I used to say that if I have money, I'm going to make sure I stock this, because as I said, I'm a sucker for finance. If you know me, I don't play with my money. I'm a account person, and I thank God for the life of Mr. P with the real. I call him my financial minister. That's what I call my man, because we both are financially okay. We don't spend for spending sake. We spend with reasons. Right now, that same 12 karat gold, you can buy it less than 2.5, and then back then it was sold for 6,000 naira, 9,000 naira. I'm talking about something about 10 to 12 years ago. Yes, those who know me at the Badagry market then knows. I can invest in diamond, I can invest in gold, land, property, something of return of investment policy benefits. Things that I can sell back again to gain more money than a nice expensive dress. See, rich people who wear branded clothing are doing so to promote the brand. Maybe probably some of them owns this boutique. Some of them are partner, they are investors to that brand. See, when we talk about investors, let me not go into those sectors today. You understand? Because it's another topic for another time. They represent the brand that they have invested in, allowing people who lack financial discipline to buy those expensive brands without having a solid financial backing. Let me continue. You know, clothing, some of them are ambassadors for their clothing line. You see, funny enough, people who wear branded items weren't always the richest people. Let me tell you the fact. Let me come again. Funny enough, say, people who wore branded items wearing the richest people, or the ones who spend the most. They are not the ones who do what? Who spend the most. They usually just did it for show up, for the show. They do it normally for the show. And the richest people were more understated regarding their clothing. The richest, if you meet the real, I'm talking about, we know we have richest and the wealthiest. They are more understated. They are more understated regarding their clothing. They always wear clothes which are tailored to perfections, with elegance and classic accessories. That is how you pick rich people. You know, in my line of job, being a consultant, a realtor, you know, when you are shout out to BLG Academic, I'm one of their products. Shout out to them. I'm a partnership with this academy. They taught me many things that I know today. They will tell you where you go. You know, when you want to go for search for investors or a clients, the customers, you can go to clubs, you can go to any places of your choice. But how do you pick rich people? Don't pick the ones that put on like 10 kuban on their neck to prove a point. No, go to the people that are calm, that dress nice. Do you understand? They dress nice. tailor-fitted clothes, neatly with a elegance and sophisticated accessories. Those are the richest, and those are the ones that spend the most. Go to clubs. Quote me wrong if I am lying. When you have attend clubs, I'm not talking about Besume. You know what they call Besume? That's all those shouting clubs. Go to rich men clubs. This kind of clubs, it's you need to be a partnership with them before you got into. You have to belong. You know, when you are a realtor, you get to that level, you understand. So as it is, you know, rich people just don't dress like that. They don't dress to show off. They dress to perfection, for perfection. They don't make noise. They are calm. And as if you know me, I dress classic, sophisticated. I'm a sophisticated demure with royalty charisma of a true queen. That is who I am. It's crazy in the diaspora and some. It's crazy in diaspora. All over the diasporas. Let me start mentioning from UK to Canada to Australia to New Zealand to so many places, to even South Africa here. Some people will dress as if they are trying to prove a point. Funny enough, they would live in a condominium, rented apartments, sharing apartments, and they will dress more than people who live in a mansion. Is that not a financial failure? Let's be realistic. Let's talk in reality. That is what I call financial failure. Some of them can't even afford the real limited edition of the brand that they wear. Yet they will go around making noise, becoming a noise. If you go to clubs, these people talk most. Some even see, if you see rich people, people that drive the most expensive car, they don't go to club and start rolling their engine to gain attention that yes, they are driving Ferrari, they are driving Lamborghini. No, these people will just park it and throw the key to the right boy. You know, I say life na level. When you get to some certain stage in life, you know that you don't need noise. You know, some of these people that want to shop, they can't even afford the limited edition of the brand that they wear. That's another crazy lifestyle about people that want to prove a point. You know, they just want to dress to be taken serious that they have arrived. They want to ride the car to be taken serious that yes, I'm making it. In fact, I call that a misplaced priority. Clock it. I want you to clock it. Digest it. It's not about throwing shade. It's not about throwing shade. I'm not throwing shade at anybody. It's a fact. Some people struggle financially without reasons to do so. A lot of people struggle financially without reason to do so. Living a competitive life. Let me dive you more on what competitive lifestyle means. This is my research on it. Mentioning your worth, progress, or success against external standard or peers. Why it can drive ambition. Listen very well. Competitive life can drive ambition, continuous improvement and skill development. Fascinating too much on winning. When you are fascinating too much on winning, can cause burnt out. Yes, that's what competitive lifestyle does. As I've said, it means measuring your worth, progress, or success against external standard or peers. And why it drives ambition, continuous improvement, and skill development. Fasting too much On winning, it can also cause you to burn out as an individual. This free lectures, this free prep I'm giving you as a financial management investment consultant, I need to share it with my people. People need a wake up call. They need to get it upstairs. You get it right, you won't struggle. You won't be vulnerable when you are not. Let me continue. It can cause burnt out, anxiety. That's where anxiety sets in. You see your friend buy a car today. There's nothing wrong with the model you have. It's not as if you are a social media person now, a musician or a particular influencer, that you need to upgrade that brand. See, when influencers upgrade their brand, they post it. Shebi you go like and say they don't upgrade. They are making back their money, and you continue to fail. You will continue to fail financially because of what? You are following trend. You can't take it when somebody travel. You want to travel without having a proper planning. Your case will become a case where I used to call. Oh, you dey London, you know they okay. When you go to the diaspora all over the country, you see now Donald Trump recently are sending highs to pick people on the way. When you don't have any international body, you don't have certificates, you are not working there with the right certificates, with the right documents, you begin to struggle with your family in a strange land while traveling, for crying out loud. Without financial proper backing, without having a solid plan. Let me continue. As I said, fascinating too much on winning can cause burnt out, anxiety, feeling that you are never quite good or enough. In case you want to relocate to Canada, I will still give you that. In case you want to relocate to Canada or any country, especially Canada, as I am, I'm not just only going to be giving you an update. I'm going to be giving you a update that can help you. If you are a family, you want to travel, you want to relocate to Canada, or you are a student, you want to further your study in Canada, I'm going to be dropping an update, a legit update that I'm in partnership with, a particular platform that I'm partnering with. And if you know me as a person, you will know I'm too busy to live a fake life. People who follow me on my Mentor page, who follow me in my professions, knows my personality. I don't live a fake life. What I am is what I'll tell you I am. I am who I say I am. I'm just like his Daniel. Shout out to my brother. I know they fancy the lifestyle. I just want to do this for my fans. I am who I say I am. If I tell you I am a realtor, I am a realtor. If I say I buy property and resell, that is what I do for a living. If I say I am living in a condominium, that is where I live. If I say I live in a mansion, that is what I have. I don't live my life for anybody. You know why? Because I learned the principle of not struggling for anything. And I don't focus my wealth, my energy on things that doesn't last forever. As it is, if you want to go to Canada, you want to travel to Canada, and you are wondering which people can you consult. I'm going to be dropping this update for you. This is not about Shedu. I'm still saying it. I'm not shading anybody. If you know you are good at something, DM me. I'm a sucker for progress. Anybody that is making progress, I am your best friend. I support brand for free on my platform. I support people that are not family. I support anybody as far as you are good at what you do. Shout out to Kudi Money. If you want rice, this girl will supply you rice. If you are looking for souvenirs, somebody that can package rice for your parties for souvenirs, DM me. I'm going to be dropping my contact on the link below after this video. If you need a contact for souvenirs, and if you need other souvenirs, if you want a branded t-shirt, like, even though you want a t-shirt like this, you want, like me, that I'm a crazy fan for Arsenal, I have a brand who does this. Your t-shirt, your face cap, I will give you those brand name. I'll be writing it below these videos if you need them. As I'm saying, if you need a sure blog, you want to travel to Canada and you don't want ice, you don't want to be frustrated, you don't want to be like people who live in UK and not being okay, this particular platform will give you they will tell you the right document that you need. They won't deceive you. They are not going to deceive you. If you are not going to make it with your family, if you are not going to live a comfortable life there, they will tell you that your documentation are not right. I am in partnership with this particular firm. Go to your Google's Play Store and download Discovery Law Firm. I will say it again. Go to your Google Play Store. If you are a student, you need to travel for further education. If you are a family, you have the right document, but you don't know how to go. Don't go and look at all these online agents. I'm not an agent. The firm is not an agent, but they will help you. And they will secure. We don't only just, I'm in partnership with them. O.la.links real estate and property. O.l.a links real estate and property. I'm a clarified renter registered under government. I'm a taxpayer in Nigeria. I have my SCUMOS certificate. I'm not a dubious person. So if I'm telling you this, if you are, don't be frustrated in the name of traveling. Don't go and fall into wrong 419 hands. Dubious people in the name of traveling. This particular discovery firm will tell you the right documentation, information that you need to make the traveling easy for you. That is number one. If you are in Nigeria here, you need your sure blog. I am in partnership with BLT, AY Homes, Simply Me Homes, John Max, Liberty Homes, BLG Club. I'm in partnership with them. If you need estate land, anything regarding landed property here in Nigeria, all over Nigeria, both we cover Abuja, Port Harcourt, anywhere Owerri, I am available. I'll be giving you my link, the link for you to follow on my WhatsApp. And you say this, if you are in Canada, you are still living in condominium, dressing to prove. It's a wake-up call for you. Everybody has money, but we all choose to spend our money in what we think it is necessary. One funny thing, I don't like expensive clothes. Say, I dress sophisticated like a true queen. I dress in a way that will be pleasing, fitting. I had that. If I want to put on accessories, I can't, because I want to wear diamond or gold now if I have one, and I'll go and wear like 4 or 5. Who am I proving points to? I dress to like a true, like a classic, sophisticated true queen that I am. I don't need to prove a point to anybody. If you are still living in Canada, say, and you don't have a house of your own, still Google Discovery Law Firm. That is the law firm I am in collaboration with. The real estate, they are also a real estate company at Canada there. Go on your Google Play Store, search this firm, Discovery Law Firm. They will put you through how you are going to become a landlord of yourself through mortgage. They will help you. See, some people that say mortgage and houses are not good. It's not true. You have not really gone to professionals who will tell you how mortgage housing is going to be flexible, payments without stress, and faster. And I used to advise some of my clients, if you are going to mortgage, don't go to mortgage of 20 years. Go to the one of 10 years, 5 years. It depends on your finances. But I'll let them put you through step by step. If you are in Nigeria here, you want mortgage house, it is available. I will not lie to you. If you are in Canada, you are still sharing room with your friend and you are buying branded as too expensive, overpriced shoes and bag and clothes. Wake up. People wey dey get money no dey show. Money no dey make noise. If you see people that has money, they don't dress to command attention, but they command sense of a queen, a true queen and a true king. When you go to club, you see them, you go know say money dey this person had. Let me speak my PG, my Nigerian Naija accent, so that you know that if I want to speak in for you, if I want to say yeah, you won't be shocked. Do you understand? I purposely speak the English that Nigerians understand. But if I want to speak in it for you, don't dress beyond your budget. As a person, you can't be dressing above your budget. Some of you can't even afford this brand, expensive brand, yet you want to prove a point. Who are you proving a point to for? Dress for completion as a woman. Dress to perfection, not dress to compete. I'm not in competition with you. My race is different, it's definitely different from you. My aspiration is definitely different from what you want. I'm different. I'm me. You are you. Everybody is particular individuals. Okay, I'm going to leave you with this. You know what? I promise you guys on a topic about, the other time I did a video on the Nigerian history diet. I said in that video that I'll be posting a video about amaranth green leaf, the popular eforiru. The work is already done, but I'm busy right now. I'm trying to, I'm doing some kind of reverb so that I can serve you people better. So by the time I'm ready to post that video, that is the reason why I'm doing this video in the car, because I don't want to do that. I don't feel like doing that amaranth video outside. I want to make sure I finish my reverb I'm doing in my apartment. And I'm not just only a renter, I supply building materials also. I deal with electrification, to wiring, to both conduit and surface. I have a team for it, carpentry sections. My company has what you need. So that is why I call it O.L.A Links Real Estate and Property. And the full meaning of my company name is Operational Level Agreement Link Service Real Estate and Property. Let me say it again. Operational Level Agreement Link Service Real Estate and Property. So in short form, because when I want to do my CAC, I have to put it O.L.A Links Real Estate and Property. That's my short form, but the full meaning of my company name is Operational Level Agreement Links Service Real Estate and Property. So don't worry, if I finish what I'm doing, I'm going to be dropping the video as promised in the Nigerian history diet. Nigerian history diet, the one I did about melon, not watermelon, egusi, is there. Go and watch that video. It's not only educating, I'm giving you the knowledge that some of the food we are eating, I used to say, eat your food like medicine. Continue to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. at Kafaya Lifestyle and Wisdom. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for following and subscribing to my YouTube page. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.